everybody, it's Anna here today. We have a challenge going on at the Wild Hare Kits design team or blog, and it's all about scraplifting a team member. And for the month of August we are scraplifting the lovely Rachel at Paper Ventures. This is her Instagram name if you want to look her up. And for starters, I picked one layout done by her, and I don't do clustering that much in this way, like I put a lot of layers underneath each other, so I thought that would be a good challenge for me. So that's why I picked this layout. So I'm first going to show you the layout, and then I'm going to take a twist on it myself. I'm going to give it a try and let's see what I end up with. But this is basically the layout that Rachel has done, and I'm going to scrap lift this one. And it has lots and lots and lots of layers under the photo, which is something I'm not doing that much, so I thought that would be a nice challenge. And I also like the fact that there's one photo and lots of white space on her layout, so I'm giving this one a go. That's my reason why I chose this layout. It's a gorgeous layout. Love this alpha there, this glitter alpha, and that the fact that it has the title consists of 2 parts, and it has lots of texture and color and everything going on in it, but it's concentrated on one spot. So this is my starting point. This will be my inspiration, and yeah, I hope you enjoy watching the process video of my take on this sketch. So let's start. So Rachel has used a white paper as her white cardstock as her background, and I thought I'm going to, since I've picked a photo that's vacation, has a lot of vacation feelings on it. That's a selfie I took on a holiday, and I thought this color, this yellow tone, will go really good with the photo. So instead of picking a white paper, I'm starting with this paper, and this one is from the from American Crafts, and it's from the collection One Canoe 2, and the paper is called Saturday Afternoon. And this admittedly is a beautiful piece of paper, but in this case this side works better for this type of layout, in my opinion. So this will be my starting point. Then I've picked up some other papers. I'm going to try and sneak these 6x6 papers into the layout, doing just some layering on top of each other. So this will be my starting point for the photo, because I think that the purple goes really well with the colors on the photo. And then I've picked some ephemera from my flower garden ephemera package, and these are just random pieces that caught my eye, and I thought the colors would work really nicely with the overall look of the page. So I've gathered these for my starting point. We'll see if I end up adding something else to it. Then I found, oh, there's one more, and then I found glitter alphas that were in my stash. So this is not in the kit, but I thought these would work really nicely. I love the glitter title on her layout, so I'm definitely going to scrap lift that part from the layout. And then let's see, maybe add some flower patterns, and maybe even something from this side. We'll see. I'll keep on adding and layering, and we'll see what works. And then for my smaller part of the title, I'm going to grab my sassafras really old alpha stickers. I love these, and I thought these might work with the overall color scheme really nicely. So that will be my starting point. So Rachel has added a lot of ripped paper pieces underneath, so I'm just eyeballing this paper, and I'm going to do the same, just adding a little bit ripped look onto the page. So I've arranged the papers as I think I want them to be on the layout later. And then I've also added a strip. Sorry, you can't see it. Okay, I'm going to add a little strip of paper over here. And then I've added a little bit more over there, because I'm using a 12 by 12 paper, and I found that without adding any details onto the corners here, it's going to look really empty, and I don't want that. So I think Rachel's layout is a little bit smaller. It doesn't look 12 by 12. I think it's like, I don't know, 8 times 11 or something like that. So I'm adding a little bit details here and there, but keeping to the original sketch by her. And I've added lots of ephemera here, and then some paper strips, ripped paper, basically in layers. And yeah, I don't know if that piece there is, I think that's color. Or if it's just paper, I think I'm going to add some color here and there, just for a fun detail, or maybe just put some gesso on it. We'll see. And definitely adding those splatters, those ink splatters here and there. And then I'm going to use the stars again, the Bramble Fox stars, because I think they go really well with the layout. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere all of these on place, but before that I want to add some color on the bottom, and also do the splatters before adding the photos and the papers onto the page. So I've taken a picture of my basic arrangement, and then I'm going to rebuild this again. So I'm just putting this aside and then adding some color here. I haven't decided what to use, maybe something in pink or green, we'll see. So I'll look for a color, and then I'm going to start with that. So I've picked up a cracked pistachio distress paint, which I'm going to apply very randomly over here, just adding a layer. I'm just using this dauber, paint dauber, I think they say to this, and just add the color here like that, and then let it dry. And then come to think of it, I can also use this as spray ink, because I have a water tank pencil, I think, water tank brush. There's still some water in there, so I'm going to pick up the color from my, I don't know if you can see that, but I've added a splatter there, and I'm just going to add a little bit water to that, and then I'm going to make some splatters here like that, and also do some here, maybe a few over there too. Oh, I love this color, goes so well with the yellow. Okay, and the hard part is always to know when to stop. Just want maybe a few over here. Okay, that's it, and then I'm going to let that dry and continue with my arrangement of the papers. Look at this, I love that color. Works really well with the yellow. Okay, so the paper is, I think it's all dry, and it dried really nicely. Let me just clean the working surface. Got some paint there still, don't want to make a mess. And maybe we could also add some stamping. Let's see if I can find the stamp. There it is. Maybe we can do something fun with this. I put this there. Maybe we can add a few details. And then basically what I'm going to do is just adhere everything in place. And I hope my idea works out. This is the residue strip from the, you know, this part, this where it says what collection it is, by which company and so on. And I've just cut it out from the from this paper, and I'm going to use it here as an additional colored detail. Oh, my glue is almost empty. That's not good. Okay, let's adhere this over here, like that. Okay, and then just cut off the residue when it's all dry. Wipe the glue off from my working surface, and then I'm going to do exactly the same over here. Like this. And then add this piece there. Like that. So I've adhered everything together. It's quite thick actually. Has lots of layers on it, and now I can place it anywhere on my layout and just adhere this cluster somewhere. And I've started adding the title first with the glitter alphas, and then I'm going to use the pink ones probably, or choose smaller ones for the second part of the title. So I'm going to add those and then be right back. So my title is on place, and I thought that these alphas were way too big for that second part there. So I chose to use older ones from my stash. These again were not in the kit. I didn't have any alphas in it. So this one is by Studio Calico. These are from the time I had a subscription by them. And yeah, these are just gray color theory alphas that are really tiny, and I thought they go really nicely with the glitter alphas too, so that's why I added them there. And they have also these tiny hearts there, so I might add a few of those stars. I might add a few stars here and there, we'll see, and then maybe some stamping. So let's continue from there. And then I think Rachel had, let me check from my phone, I think she had, yeah, she had some wood veneer stars in there, so I might add those. I like using stars, so adding a few of those maybe. And I love these Bramble Fox acrylic stars, these are so cute, so might add a few here. I think the pink one goes really well with the colors, and let's see, maybe add one here, but which color? I think orange would be cool here. Let's do that and adhere those on place. And then, so basically you just need to remove this protection from the acetate, and then they stick really well with a liquid glue. You don't have to use any specific glue. These stick really, these stay put when you put them down with Aleene's. Works really well. Okay, so my stars would be on place, so now you can see both. And then I might add a few of these smaller ones here. I'm using tweezers for adhering them on place because it makes it much more easier to get them off the sticker sheet. Oh, you're supposed to stick to the page, not to my finger. Go on. I think that I might need a little bit adhesive on this one. Like I said, these are older and they probably don't stick that well anymore. Okay, let's put another one there. This one maybe here. And then a few of those here too. I mean, what are these for? These are for using. Everything we hoard in our stash is actually meant to be used, so we should actually also do that. I have been hoarding papers for so long, and this year I've decided I'm just going to use everything that I get and have on my stash, just to reduce my stash a little bit and actually put things on paper. So I've got everything on place, and then I'm going to adhere this piece of paper, this chunk of paper, onto the page, and then it's there. It's going to stick to there and not come off anymore. I really like how this layout turned out. This is something I don't do that much, layering and clustering on top of each other, but I really like how this turned out. Thanks for the inspiration, Rachel. And what else? Maybe just a few stamp. She has stamping on her page, so let's add some stamping. Let's get back to these alpha stamps. I love these. So let's Naturally Beautiful. I don't think of myself as being beautiful, but this just fits the page really well because that's my vacation mode and I'm not wearing any makeup or anything on it on the photo, so that's as natural as it gets. That's my natural look, so let's put Naturally Beautiful somewhere. I think it just works really well. Let's put it down the right way around. Naturally Beautiful. So that's there. And then Enjoy Your Life always fits. What type of photo ever. So let's put that somewhere. I think I'm going to stamp this one up here. Enjoy Your Life. And then add the date over there. And then maybe we can put this over here too. Enjoy Your Life. Oh, I love these. I love these stamps. And then, what does this say again? Enjoy the little things. Yeah, that works really well. Enjoy the little things. Let's put that there. Maybe add another one here. And somewhere here maybe. Let's put one over there. And then I want one more sentiment. Lovely. Let's put lovely somewhere. Because the vacation was lovely. So let's put that there. I'm not thinking too much about the placement here. I'm just adding the stamping as details and as contrast to the page. Okay, I think we're pretty much done, and I just need to look up for a date stamp because I want to do the date over here on the top and then maybe a few times over here, and that's it. That's my layout. Let me just put the camera further away from the layout so you can actually see the whole thing at once. Maybe I can make it work. Okay, so there. Now you can see it. So I think the cluster worked out really nicely. I like the placement of the things here, like the colors. It's a summary layout. So that's basically my take. Besides, I'm going to add the date stamp, but that's my take on Rachel's layout. And this is my scraplift. Okay, so I'm done with the stamping, and here are the details. I also added some peaches there, and I colored them in with markers and a color pencil. And I've added the date stamp over there and over here too. There are the peaches that are colored, and I've also added some rub-ons here and there These are really, really old. These are from Basic Grey, and these were in my stash, but I thought they would add to the overall look of the page and to the summer feeling, so I added them to it too. So that's the final look. Thanks for watching. Bye!